Imagine this. You're on a first date with a girl you really like. The food just arrived. The vibe's good. She laughs at your jokes, but in your head you're wondering, what do I say in this conversation that sets me apart? How do I make her see me as more than just a fun night out, as actual boyfriend material? Because let's be honest, we've all had those dates that felt like a good hangout but went nowhere. But one conversation can shift everything. Today, I want to show you exactly how to have that conversation. The one that makes her genuinely see you as someone she wants to keep around. First off, let's reset the way most guys approach dating conversations. Too often, we think it's a performance. Witty banter, clever stories, jokes, and small talk. Right now, you might be thinking, that sounds a little abstract. What does this actually look like? So let's get into the details. Picture this. The two of you have exchanged the usual, so what do you do stuff, and it feels played out. You want to steer it into something real. Here's where you lead with genuine curiosity. Not the interview style, where are you from? What do you like to do for fun? But questions that invite storytelling and reveal the real human underneath both of your surface personas. For example, you might ask, was there a moment in your life you think really changed you? It's open-ended, invites her to talk about her past, her growth, maybe something tough she's gone through. And here's the key. Once she starts opening up, don't just nod and move on. Listen. Really listen. If she tells you about college struggles, ask her how she got through it. This is how you show her that you're not just a conversationalist, but someone who has emotional depth. Let's take a step back. Why does this matter? Because almost nobody else is doing this. Most guys stick to surface-level banter, or steer conversations toward their accomplishments, or keep things playful, but never real. You'll stand out immediately if you move toward something honest. But there's another angle that's surprisingly powerful, really demonstrating you see her, not as a trophy or a date to impress, but as a multifaceted person. That means asking questions not just to learn facts, but to understand emotions and values. How did that experience change what you want in your life? Or, looking back, do you think you'd do anything differently? Even, who's made the biggest impact on you, and what did they teach you? These aren't just prompts. They're invitations for her to share what matters to her, letting you connect in ways most people never do. Here are some conversational pivots and follow-ups that almost always work to deepen the vibe. If you could relive one day from your past, which one would you choose and why? What's a challenge you faced that you're proud of overcoming? When you were younger, how did you imagine your life would look now? And then, this is crucial, share your answers too. Admit your own screw-ups, your proud moments. You don't have to be perfect. In fact, you shouldn't be. People connect most strongly over shared imperfection. Here's a scenario. The conversation hits a lull. Maybe the food arrives and the energy dips. You can revive it with something playful and meaningful at the same time. If you could wake up anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would it be? Or, is there a skill or hobby you've always wanted to learn? This introduces mutual dreaming, a sense of possibility that expands the emotional palette of the conversation. But what really marks you as boyfriend material is the way you respond to her vulnerability and honesty. If she shares something painful, don't just gloss over it. Instead, thank her for trusting you with it. That's really brave. You don't have to share, but I appreciate that you did. This is how you build trust, and trust is the foundation of every strong relationship. Let's get into some conversational traps to avoid. First, steer clear of turning the whole thing into a therapy session. You're not her psychologist, and she's not yours. You want to be supportive and open, but not someone she leans on for emotional dumping before she even knows your middle name. Second, avoid one-upmanship. If she shares an achievement, don't immediately announce how you did it. Better. Instead, celebrate her win and ask what it meant to her. Another conversation killer. using the chance to talk about yourself nonstop. Also, if you're ready to fast-track your success, check out my new course in the description or comments for exclusive strategies. Use open body language, uncrossed arms, relaxed posture to show you're present and receptive. These cues matter just as much as your words, because people feel whether you're engaged. Let's address physical compliments. Guys often think dropping "you're so beautiful" is the fastest way to show interest. Actually, honest appreciation for who she is will make a bigger impact. Notice something that's not obvious. "I like the way you think through stuff," or "you have a great sense of humor." When she feels seen for her mind and character, not just her looks, she'll start associating your attention with respect and thoughtfulness. Now, sometimes the conversation will drift into values and future goals. This is your chance to let her know you think about your future too. Not in a pressury way, but in a "I care about where I'm heading" way. Talk about what you want in life, what you hope to become, and ask her the same. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? The more you share in kind, the more you build rapport, a sense of us rather than just me and you. At this point, if you're vibing, it might be time for a bold question. This might be deep, but what do you think makes a relationship work? Don't be surprised if she pauses or laughs nervously. Assure her there's no right answer. You're genuinely interested. Her reply will let you see whether your values align, and your follow-up can be equally honest. "I think trust and communication are huge for me," or whatever's true for you. Discussing relationships doesn't mean you're rushing things. It means you're mature enough to think about them intentionally. Let's cut to a powerful skill: active listening. That means you don't just hear her. You show you understand. If she confides a struggle, validate her feelings. "That sounds really tough. How did you get through it?" If she's wary of opening up, respect her pace, but let her know you're there. Eventually, the mood might turn more playful. Maybe you joke about childhood mischief. Did you ever get in trouble as a kid? Or swap stories about the weirdest job you ever had? These lighter exchanges balance the depth of earlier chat and show her you're versatile. You can go deep, and you can keep it fun. Sometimes you'll find yourself talking about first impressions, or what surprised you about each other. This is a chance to give genuine feedback, without cheesiness. Maybe mention, "I thought you'd be more serious, but you're actually super funny." Or, "I was nervous you'd think I'm a little weird, but it's awesome how open-minded you are." When she sees that you're candid and kind, she'll feel safe to reveal even more about herself. As you wrap up the evening, a great move is reflecting on the best part of the conversation. "I really liked hearing your story about insert topic." It's rare to talk to someone on that level. You stay positive, avoid criticism or judgment, and create a vibe where laughter and insight mix naturally. You show that you think about meaningful topics, relationships, growth, values, without being heavy-handed or self-absorbed. You end with genuine appreciation, creating a memory she wants to revisit. A conversation like this is rare. Most people crave it but almost never find it, especially on first dates. That's why, even hours or days later, she'll keep thinking about the way you made her feel. Seen, understood, respected, and curious for more. That's what makes her see you as boyfriend material. Someone she wants to explore life with, not just go on another date for fun. The next morning, when you send a message saying, "I had a great time last night. Loved hearing about whatever you discussed," it isn't just another post-date text. It's a reminder that something real happened, that the connection was genuine. Think about what you really care about, and what you actually want to know about her. Try to imagine her not just as a romantic interest, but as a complex, unique person. Treat her like someone whose life story you genuinely want to learn, not for entertainment, but for understanding. That curiosity is magnetic. As you practice this, you'll notice something amazing. Your own confidence will grow. Not because you learned a few slick one-liners, but because you're building conversations rooted in authenticity. People are drawn to self-assuredness, especially when it's not conceited, but comes from knowing who you are and wanting to share that with someone else. And if the chemistry's right, these kinds of conversations can spark a truly lasting relationship. She'll start to imagine future nights, deeper talks, shared adventures. She'll see you as the guy she can trust, laugh with, learn from, and build something together. Thanks for watching. If you want to get the results you wish for fast, then check my limited time offer on my new course, which will skyrocket your success in dating. Click the link right now down below in the description or in the comments, and grab this opportunity. See you in there.